Welcome, CDL fans, to our July 6th game day. This is the game day that is going to put us 3/4 of the way through the 2021 regular season. You're hearing a little jingling in the background. That's not Santa Claus. It's not Christmas in July. That's Renji with one of his new toys that he has acquired. So it's a ball with a little bell in it. So, cat's got to do what cat's got to do. As a matter of fact, Renji has his first doctor's appointment today. So kind of getting this game day, well, at least the games themselves, kind of done in the late morning hours because his appointment's at 3. So let's get this underway. We got the Denver Mustangs on the road to take on the San Antonio Defenders. Denver with a record of 6-5, 0-3. That has them at 21 points, 8th place in the Western Conference. Their opponents, the Nevada Thunder, the San Antonio Defenders, 4 wins, 10 losses. If I've been calling them Nevada, I apologize. It is San Antonio. Jim Hull's senior squad, but 4 wins, 10 losses. They currently have 12 points on the standings, and high times for them. I mean, the most points that they know they can get right now is 30. If that drops to 27, let's say Seattle and Detroit both got wins, they'd be eliminated from the playoff contention, as would Nevada if Nevada lost and Detroit and Seattle were to get wins. So high times here in the CDL, as some teams really, this game day, their season pretty much on the line. Of course, Denver doesn't want to fall back any further, so Central Division Showdown. Let's get a look at the lineups. Who leads the way today for the Denver Mustangs, followed by Purple Custo. Captain spot, it's going to be Highlight, and at 5-point gainer, it's going to be Golden Rat. So Highlight going up against his former team owner, but we'll see what happens. I guess you could say Hawkeye going up against his former team, right? But leading the way for the San Antonio Defenders is Aqua Ferrari, followed by the former Denver Mustang, that's Hawkeye. At the captain spot, it's Far Future, and at 5-point gainer, it's Shell. So both teams set and ready to go for this one. So the match is on. Aqua Ferrari and who starting things off? And July 6th game day underway. These two teams battling out to start things. Aqua Ferrari with a good flip, 5-0 San Antonio. So that now brings out Purple Custo for the Denver Mustangs. Whoop, out of play he goes. Out of play, score still 5-0 in favor of San Antonio, almost 10-0 there. Both cars colliding here, looking for that next flip, and both cars are down. Well, for a second I thought that was his wheel that came off. No, that was just a loose piece of tape. But both Purple Custo and Aqua Ferrari take each other out, so that makes the score 10-5, San Antonio in the lead. Now, in case you're wondering, these two teams did meet earlier in the season, and Denver got the win on that day, 15-5. They trail, though, right now, 10-5. Hawkeye looking to get the job done against the car he was traded for. That'd be Highlight. Here we go. Remember, it was a 2-car deal, 2 cars in exchange for Highlight, but both cars are down right here. So the score now, 15-10 in favor of San Antonio. Still look for the win. It's Far Future out there trying to get it. Golden Rat trying to force overtime. Both cars stay up there. So far, we are very close to $300 donated. Actually, we're at $290 that have been split up. $145 apiece between St. Jude's and the Animal Cancer Foundation. So, I guess the way to look at it is cancer in kids and cancer in kittens. I guess, I lost Miku, the crash cat, to carcinoma cancer. So that's one of the reasons why I added on the Animal Cancer Foundation with St. Jude's this year. So, anyways, 15-10 is the score right now, and we've got San Antonio in the lead, looking to put this game away. Golden Rat trying to force overtime, trying to get us to the $300 total. We'll see if he can do such a thing here. This match continues on. Both cars staying up there. And that time, I think we got a good flip. Yes, we do have a good flip. Golden Rat is down, and this one is over. Off in the corner, I don't think you guys would have been able to see him, but there's that post right over there, bounced off the post onto the field, and of course with the field repairs that we made a couple of game days, actually last game day back, we don't have any out of plays on that side anymore, so kind of cool. But 15-10 is the final. The San Antonio Defenders getting the win over the Denver Mustangs, and that might spell disaster for the Mustang season. I don't know about the chances San Antonio really has. It might just be too little, too late for them, to be quite honest. But credit where it's due. Denver, though, they could be in trouble now too. They might be on that same rocky boat as San Antonio is now. Here you go, Renji. Come on, get on board. And I think Renji wants to celebrate with Jim Hull Sr. and the San Antonio Defenders for this one. So they get the win 15-10 over the Denver Mustangs. Coming up next, it's Jim Hull Sr.'s other team, his Chicago Wind Attack, on the road in the cross-conference showdown to take on the last-place team in the Eastern Conference. That would be Matt Geiser's Atlanta Avengers. As a matter of fact, I think Atlanta's last place in the league, or it's a tie between them and Nevada. I have to double-check, but we'll see. Anyway, Chicago and Atlanta is coming up next. Gonna help me put these cars away? Huh? You gonna help me put them away? You need a kiss? You need a kiss? No? Okay. Alright, welcome back CDL fans, and yes, I was right. Atlanta Avengers, last place in the Eastern Conference, and tied for last place with the Nevada Thunder in the entire league. So I guess you could say a little mini competition that's going on between those two, but who's going to get that first overall pick? And San Antonio made a trade to where they've actually improved recently. As a matter of fact, with San Antonio getting that win, that put them to, let's see here, 5-10, right? So 5 wins, 10 losses. And, you know, if they don't win another game all season, they've won 25% of their games. So if you're batting 250, I don't know. It's not good for the team, right? But for Chicago, though, Chicago still got a chance for Jim Hull Sr. They're only 2 points out of a playoff spot right now with a record of 7 wins, 5 losses, no ties, and 2 overtime losses. That has them at a total of 23 points. That being said, they are in major need of those points. Atlanta really in the same situation that San Antonio was in, is in today, and for that matter, Nevada's in. They themselves are in. Atlanta with only 11 points. Their record right now, 3 wins, 9 losses, no ties, 2 overtime losses. They take a win here, then the most points they're going to be able to get up to is 26. So with the loss and the Tampa Bay and Miami win, Atlanta would be eliminated from playoff contention. So a huge game for the Avengers, as it was for San Antonio, as it is for Nevada later on when they take on New York, because their season could be on the line. So huge game for both teams. Of course, Chicago on the outside looking in right now, but only by a couple of points. We'll see how they can do here. It is really a must-win matchup. Renji seems to like hot Indy, and who doesn't like hot Indy, last year's MVP? He likes him a little too much. A little bite for luck, right, Renji? So let's get a look at the lineup. Chicago leads the way with Blue Dragon today, followed by R at the middleman spot. Hot Indy at the captain's position in that 5-point gainer. It's going to be Red Detta to the home side. The Atlanta Avengers lead the way with Mika, followed by Monkey Ball at the middleman spot. To the captain's spot, it's Solar Reflex in that 5-point gainer. For the Avengers, it's going to be Red Drager. So both teams set and ready to go. Renji may be persuaded to leave the field, so it's very possible. He is on the main field of play, but he's not really... Oh boy. he's running away with the cars. No. Sit. Stay. Don't do it. He has an affinity for hot Indy spoiler, and we can't... We love Renji, we really do, but he's got to stay. This car has to stay in position for the matchup, so that's why we had to convince Renji to leave the field. That's the best way of putting it. So here we go. Matchup is on. Added to the CDL highlight reel. Why not? A good flip right there. 5-0 Chicago's Blue Dragon takes down Mika. That will bring out Monkey Ball. 5-0. And attacking the lead. Almost another flip right there. Let's go first up. They'll go at it again. Monkey Ball, definitely a heavier car than Blue Dragon, but gets taken down right there. 10-0 Chicago in the lead, looking to make quick work of the Avengers. as that now brings out Solar Reflex, trying to keep his team alive here. It's been a tough year for Atlanta, and they're trying to just get something going, but Chicago, they can sense the urgency, I think, as this match continues. Still 10-0 the score, almost another flip right there. Blue Dragon trying to end this game, and both cars down net will end the game. 15-5, the final score. It's a good game day for Jim Holt Sr. His San Antonio Defenders getting a 15-10 win. His Chicago Wind Attack getting themselves a 15-5 win. Blue Dragon going 2-0-1, or 2 flips and a tie from that front runner spot, and that's going to get his squad the win. So Blue Dragon having a better game day than what he's had mostly all season. But there they were in a must-win game, really, against a beatable opponent, and, well, they beat that opponent. Let's put it that way. Best way to put it. Coming up next, we got a match from the Eastern Conference that could be pretty big for both teams involved. We got the Buffalo Warriors and the Montreal Saints. Northeast Division showdowns coming up next. Welcome back, CDL fans. Halfway through our first segment and about to get the other half snatched off right away here. We've got the Buffalo Warriors, 7 wins, 6 losses, no ties, and 1 overtime loss. With 22 points, they find themselves 7th place in the Eastern Conference and just 2 points out of that final playoff spot. So a huge game for them, a league-operated team trying to get things done. With that being said, on the home side, we got Lila Geysers, Montreal Saints, who are trying to get some traction going this season now. With the loss today, the maximum amount of points that they could get is 31. So not in danger of necessarily losing their playoff hopes here today, but it's a huge implication game because you want to keep every possible point you can in the scheme of things. And right now, the most they can get is 34. So maybe not a division title run, but they're trying to make that playoff race, and right now it's looking bleak. They are 8 points out of the playoff spot, 3-6-2-3, 16 points total, 10th place in the Eastern Conference. So Montreal, if there was ever a time for them to really wake up and start winning, now would be that time. So a huge game for them from that perspective is, of course, this is the game day that's going to bring us to our 3-quarter mark of the regular season. So can you believe it? 75% of the season's about to be done. Where's summer going, man, right? So that being said, a huge matchup from the Northeast Division. We got 2 teams on the outside right now looking in, and the points are needed. When they met earlier in the season, Buffalo got the win in overtime. Let's see what they bring to the field today. Yellow Custom leads the way for the Warriors, followed by what at the middleman spot? To the captain spot, it's Tyrell, and that 5-point gainer for the Buffalo Warriors, that's Toy Soldier. To the home side of the field, we've got ourselves the Montreal Saints. Lila Geysers squad leads the way today with 46 Jr. Following him out there, Black Bullet 1. At the captain spot, it's going to be Padawan, and at 5-point gainer for the Saints, it's going to be 24 Hours. In the last year that they're going to be known as the Saints, Les Monarques de Montreal next year, or the Montreal Monarchs. It's kind of the French word for monarchs. Anyway, so I think you got that, right? So anyhow, we're about to get this game underway. So the Saints, for the final season, maybe for the last time ever, against the Buffalo Warriors here, right? Unless it's a playoff match. Yellow Custom, 46 Jr. starting us off. 46 Jr. has a good flip. That was a power hit right there. You wonder, can a Smash Mouth get it done against an Arrow offensive car? Yes, they can. You just seen it happen. 5-0 the score. Montreal in the lead, looking for more. What is now out there? Trying to get Buffalo back in this game, and both cars able to stay up. And Montreal taking some good shots here, and a good flip here. What was I meant to say really was what was taking the good shots right there, because 46 Jr. was dealing them out. 10-0 the score. Saints on top, and I guess you would call it an upset, but they are at home, and sometimes at home you got things going. You got that mojo working. And Tyrell, though, he's out there. He needs to have his mojo working right now. His team down 10-0. Both cars staying up there. Takes on 46 Jr., who stays alive. And 46 Jr. opens up the bakery. Donuts served for dinner. 15-0 the Montreal Saints. Lila Geysers squad getting it done in this one. 15-0 they defeat the Buffalo Warriors. And that's a heart-wrencher for Buffalo, who's just 2 points back that final playoff spot. and coming up short there, and really kind of every matchup is becoming more critical as the game days pass along, but that one a tough shutout to take. They beat Montreal earlier in the season in overtime, but the Saints are going to take the season series against the Warriors with a shutout win. I think where there's a Montreal Saints fan driving by, but the Saints are good, which is odd because CDL Studios is in Tonawanda, New York, which is just north of Buffalo. So it's kind of, it was a road game for Buffalo at home at the same time. Every game's home for them. Anyhow, the Miami Brawlers on the road against the Philadelphia Demons. It's Shane Geiser's two teams going head-to-head. Atlantic Division Showdown is coming up next. Should be a fun game, and I don't know, let's see what happens in the Shaney Bowl. This is the best way to put it. So, Demons and Brawlers next. Stay tuned. Well, folks, the time has come to put our first segment to bed here with a matchup between two teams who have the very same team owner, and wouldn't you know, they're divisional rivals. We got the Miami Brawlers on the road trying to avenge their second game day of the season loss to the Philadelphia Demons, and of course some divisional implications and possible playoff implications on the line right now is, of course, Miami trying to shrink the gap between the two teams. Philadelphia, they're trying to get closer to that Atlantic Division title. So both these teams with their own purpose for winning this game right now. Miami, with a record of 8 wins and 6 losses, currently third place in the Atlantic Division, and overall 6th place in the Eastern Conference, hanging on to that final playoff spot. They can feel a little bit better knowing Buffalo took a loss today, but they definitely don't want to sleep on things. They want to try to widen that gap between them and all those other teams on the outside looking in at them. To the home side of the field, the Philadelphia Demons, they are in a 3-way tie, actually really a 2-way tie for first place in the league. You see, Philadelphia, New York, and Gowanda all have 31 points in the standings. The difference is Gowanda has a record of 9 wins, 3 losses, and 2 ties. A team like Philadelphia has 10 wins, 3 losses, no ties, but 1 overtime loss. So the extra win gives Philadelphia and New York, for that matter, the edge, and that's tied for first place in the league. So the Philadelphia Demons trying to get to that sole ownership of first place in the league, and they are definitely in a battle right now, but a huge game for them. It's just amazing how talented this league is, because we have 6 teams right now all within 1 point or tied with first place. So in other words, we got 3 teams with 31 points tied for first place, and then in second place there's 3 teams right now with 30 points. Top quarter of the league, at the top of the really at the top of the ladder. Who would have knew, right? So big game here for both sides. Let's get a look at the lineups. Gray Indy leads the way for the Miami Brawlers, followed by Buzz Off at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's going to be Spinebuster, and that 5-point gainer is Green Demon. To the home side of the field, Shane Geiser's other team, the Philadelphia Demons, leading the way for them is Silver Molina, followed by Hammer Jr. At the captain spot, it's going to be Red Spec Titan, at 5-point gainer, it's going to be High Tech. So both teams ready to go for this one. Silver Molina and Gray Indy starting us off. Both cars stay up. Switching sides now. Battles on between these two. And Silver Molina has a good flip there. Gray Indy down 5-0. Philadelphia in the lead. They did get that win earlier this season, 15-5, and they're up 10-0 here. Miami having a collapse here, 10-0 the score. Philly on top. And Spinebuster taken down just as quick. 15-0. Donut served for dinner in this one. And Shane Geiser's Philadelphia Demons are looking prime right now as they jump up into first place in the league. And, well, we'll see what New York's able to do later, what Gowanda's able to do later, but more or less New York. They were the team directly tied with Philly, but the Philadelphia Demons getting the big win there. And they move up to 34 points in the standings, and that could end up being detrimental. Of course, staying at 24 points is Miami, and only 15 possible points left to gain for them, but they fall to 8-7 now. Things kind of maybe, this is a couple losses in a row here. I'm thinking, how many losses is this now for Miami? As I look this up, 1, 2, Okay, well, 2 losses in a row, but still big losses to take. So anyways, coming up next, we got segment 2. It's going to be uploaded soon enough. We'll get around to it. Working around Miku's first veterinarian appointment. So, or did I say Miku? I meant Renji. Sorry, got Miku Crash Cat on my mind still to this day. But going to Renji's first vet appointment, and I think he's just going to get some shots today. I think it's just the distemperaments and things like that, rabies shot, all his vaccines that he needs to get right. So anyways, but coming on up is segment 2. Puerto Rico players at the Tampa Bay Gators. That'll be the game leading us off. And then we'll see one of the surprising teams that has 30 points, talking about the Toronto Titans. They'll be on the road against the Boston Vandals. Detroit at Mexico City is another one. And then finally, we ended on the soft field with the LA Blades taking on the Seattle Lumberjacks in a Pacific Division showdown. So turn on the notifications, subscribe, and stay tuned. And be on the lookout for it. Get notified when it happens, right? When it gets posted. So, yeah, no doubt. Till then, we'll see you.